Is this a scam?
If you think that's scam,
I'm just asking you, is this a scam?
That's not a scam. Yeah, for your kind information, that's not a scam.
Every single thing that makes money for our business would have been compromised if I gave access to my Gmail account. They're going to give us $3,000 just to sit in for 1 hour. The number one question that I need to ask you, can I ask?
Yep. Please.
How does the scam work? Straight up ice on the ramp. Even though it's nice out right now, it was super icy last night. But what's up, everybody? I wanted to talk to you all about this because it's an ongoing issue all over the internet and just society in general right now. People have made it into their sole purpose in life to basically scam other people. So the whole story goes, for us, what happened back in December, I got an email. I'm going to try to explain this as simple as possible, but still get the point across. Make people understand that, you know, it's not really your fault when you get caught up in a scam. You didn't do anything wrong. I feel like it's my fault, and I know it's not. So I feel like other people feel the same way. So I received a very lengthy email on December 23rd. So this guy was trying to scam right around Christmas time. Like, he sent me this email the day before Christmas Eve. It's pretty long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically it came from a guy named Charles Davis, who said that he works for Truth with Tara. They have a YouTube channel. She's a voice coach, a singer. She's trained people that have been on all those shows like The Voice and everything. The email basically said they wanted to connect with us through their broad audience of 500,000 viewers that would be watching live, about our heartfelt family moments and scrap life adventures. And that's really weird because they put scrap life adventures. Of course there's a helicopter. Let's see. Look at this. A Coast Guard helicopter. I moved out here to be in the sun because it is still cold out. I emailed them back and I was like, yeah, we would be interested in being on the podcast. It was for a podcast. And they mentioned that it would be prepaid. But I basically said, how does the production work? Is the podcast conducted in person? And what would the premise of the conversation include? When would it be conducted? So really, I just thought that they would bring us to the actual location and we would sit down with the lady and do like a real podcast face to face. That's how I would personally want to do it. But he said basically all this, it would be conducted over the internet, and then eventually he says that they're going to give us $3,000 just to sit in for 1 hour and just answer questions about our business, our YouTube channel, our relationship, our life, everything, whatever. Like whatever makes us us, and our personalities online would basically be put into questions and then they would ask them on the podcast. So I became a little skeptical, thinking, why wouldn't they just fly us there, pay for a hotel, pay for this, pay for that, so that we could actually talk to the lady face to face instead of just giving us $3,000 to do a tele interview. I just was confused. I thought like a podcast was supposed to be one person with a following meets up with another person with a following. They connect and basically they collaborate and share each other's viewers and kind of be like, yo, go check out this person. And the other person's like, go check out this person. And that's how you benefit from it. Not just like, here's $3,000, just show up online at this time and we'll ask you some questions. It seems weird. I thought like $500 would be the general amount that they would pay it for it, but at the same time we had all this stuff going on with our living room that had just all started, right? So far I think we already spent like $2,500 on the project, so we were like $3,000 that would pay for almost everything. We could redo our living room. This is great, this would be amazing. So I kind of just agreed to it without investigating it too much. And he set up a pre-episode meeting that we would basically show up to a Zoom call and he would connect everything that needed to be connected, go over all the technical stuff so that on the day of the podcast it would run smoothly. pretty basic stuff. It all kind of made sense. The number was a little bit too high, in my opinion, although we have been paid roughly around that number for collaborations in the past. Not many times, but we have. So it wasn't totally out of the range of expectation. It was something that could be a possibility, right? So we get onto the call, right? And we're talking with the guy for a little bit.
So that we can record it, so that we don't forget the day of. Because honestly, I didn't hear anything you just said. It was going through one ear.
If you can pull up your Facebook right now, I can just, I can let you know easily, and maybe you want to run down so that your podcast you can just have a smooth experience. Because if you don't have any experience of joining the virtual podcast on a Facebook, I can give you a complete rundown, so it will be a seamless experience for you to avoid any kind of a last-minute challenge.
You could only hope.
We get on the call, we're talking to this guy, Charles, right? And his screen's black, but ours has the video playing, so you can see both me and Sammy sitting there. And he's like, all right, you just got to connect this, connect that. You got an invitation on your Facebook page. So I went to the part where it shows like an invitation to a live event. There was no invitation. He was like, oh, all right, that's because your email wasn't connected. So he starts going through all this really technical stuff in the Facebook business suite. At this point, I'm already sharing my screen with him. So everything that's on my screen on my computer, he was able to see. The only thing I did do, though, because I was a little bit skeptical, was I only was allowing him to share the one internet page, not my actual whole computer. So he was only actually able to access exactly what I was looking at online at that moment, whereas he wanted me to share the screen to access my entire computer, which I never did, thankfully. We get into it, and he's like, all right, so you just got to accept this and allow me to connect to your Gmail. And so I took a step back in my mind and I turned the audio off, and me and Sammy started talking, and I was like, yo, is this a scam? If I connect our Gmail account, that gives him access to all our banking information. That gives him an access to our PayPal, Venmo account, Cash App. It gives access to our YouTube channels, our Facebook, passwords and all that, Instagram, all that, everything. Every single thing that makes money for our business would have been compromised if I gave access to my Gmail account, which is very scary. So he basically would have gotten access to my entire life's work and done whatever he felt he wanted to with it, which I don't know if I would have ever recovered. We definitely would not have recovered financially for many years if he compromised this, but also emotionally, the amount of time I've invested and Sammy's invested in what we've done and what we've put into our YouTube channels, our social media, and our business. It's kind of unfathomable to think that somebody could just come in and just take over all of that in one foul swoop. So we basically just said we can't allow access, we can't even see your face, and then he goes like, oh, I'm having technical difficulties with my camera.
Is it right now?
No, we're not going to be able to proceed unless we can see your face.
Okay, no worries. I think my camera needs some kind of technical problem. I'll resolve it and get back to you after resolving my camera issues.
Oh, so it is a scam.
Wait, what are you
Is
talking
this a
about?
scam?
Why are you not sharing your screen?
I'm confused, Turner. Who did you talk to?
And I was thinking, like, every tiny little technical detail about Facebook Business Suite, which is super complicated, but you don't even know how to turn a camera on your computer. Makes no sense. So then basically Sammy was like, is this a scam? In the most polite voice, nicest way possible.
Is this a scam?
Did I ever ask you to put your passwords or any kind of...
No, we're just wondering
I'm just
why that
asking.
we can't see your face, then make sure that your face is the same as your
That's
Gmail.
something,
It's only because you're so good at the technical stuff with Facebook, you can't figure out how to get your video or camera to work on your Zoom
I'm trying to
call.
do that. No worries.
Okay.
You'll able
I
to
am
see me.
I am a little worried. I don't know if this is a scam. I didn't talk to anybody. Turner did. But we just have to make sure to protect ourselves. We do have a family.
Oh, no worries. Do you want a DM from Tara Simon so you'll be...
I don't know her
If you
either.
want to then I can do a FaceTime with her first.
Yeah, that would be totally fine.
I can make it directly connection with her. No worries.
Yeah.
So
I'm just wondering
What?
how do you know every single tiny specific detail about how to use Facebook, but you can't, you don't know how to show us your face right now? It doesn't make
why
any
do you
It
sense.
would
think
just make
I don't
us.
know?
It
Why do
would
you
just
think?
make us
I
more
said
comfortable
we
if
can
we could
arrange
see
another
you.
call. We can arrange another call, and you can see me face to face. No worries. I'm not
Okay.
like saying I can't do that. I never said that.
Is this a scam?
If you think that's scam,
I'm
no worries.
I'm just asking you. Is this a
That's
scam?
not a scam. Yeah, for your kind information, that's not a scam.
Okay.
What's
I will.
okay?
If you want a confirmation, you can go to your Facebook and enter Tara Simon and DM it. I'll reply for you on her behalf.
Wait, but why? How would that help? I said if we can do a FaceTime call where I'm talking directly to her. If you guys really want us on the show, I need more confirmation because I can't be allowing my
I just
personal
told you,
information.
Go to our Facebook page and ask about me. Who is Charles?
Why?
Ask her.
How would that help me? What if you run that Facebook page? I have no idea who she is. I've never heard of this person before in my
Did
life.
they approach you?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And he basically tries to say it's not a scam. He's having technical difficulties. So at that point, we're kind of like, this doesn't match up. It doesn't make any sense. And we basically decide to end the call.
I think
I think there's just a miscommunication, and you know, it's our job to protect our business. So it would just, you know.
If you are skeptical for this, no worries. I can make everything to prove.
Yeah. Yeah. We just feel uncomfortable. If we could see you and yeah, that.
If just seeing me is your concern, so like I will arrange another call with you to have a FaceTime. No worries.
Yeah,
we cannot proceed.
We're not trying to be disrespectful, but like, don't you see?
If you just need to confirm everything beforehand, no worries, and we can get connected again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to disconnect.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how that's real.
Bye.
Definitely a scam.
Yeah, I don't. Delete. I mean, like, get whatever you have to get off. Disconnect from however you're attached to that, because that was very bizarre. Block that.
I mean, we're not actually attached to it.
What about the Facebook? He was trying to get into the email. So how do you?
He wanted my email, not the Facebook account.
But to get into the email through Facebook, that's a very, and you're the one who caught that. I'm just
wondering why his voice sounds different than his face. You're
saying that because you know.
Would you have guessed that was that guy's voice?
It could have been. You act like there's.
But once I just looked at his email, it was spelled Business. That's not how you spell business. He spelled business wrong.
Who's the lady? Who is this lady? Who emailed you?
He did.
Oh, he did.
On her behalf.
Oh.
Yeah. But like, it looked legit, but so does all the emails I get from companies every day that are scams. And honestly, when he first emailed, it was like, we will give you a prepaid thing, right?
Oh my god.
But I'm saying, like, I thought they meant like, here's like $200 for your time. I didn't know that. But then once he said $3,000,
communicate better, babe. Okay, so
nobody would have caught that as a scam, unless they just weren't desperate to get on the show, which we're not.
No, we're not. But okay, so what I'm worried about right now is, would he be capable to get into anything through the Facebook?
There was nothing. The only screen that I shared was he said share all. Did you hear him say that like 3 different times?
Yes.
I made sure only to share the Facebook screen so that he wasn't actually able to see anything else. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could have been straight up real. I have no idea.
So he was saying to email her and he will get back to you through.
He might have already compromised her Facebook account, though. How would she know?
Oh, shit. Yeah, that is... Listen, I'm in a whole different world. Like, I don't think about the scammer stuff.
What is her name? See, I don't even know. And once we get off, Sammy does a quick search on her phone and realizes, like, yeah, people have been using Truth with Tara's podcast because it's over the internet and not in person, like how she conducts her podcast is over the internet. So it's easier to target like influencers or YouTubers in this way to try to compromise their information and their banking and their money and everything because of just the way the world works now. Yeah, so I mean, in the end, it really has nothing to do with the Truth for Tara platform, the YouTube channel or anything like that. She probably had nothing to do with it. Obviously has nothing to do with it, didn't even know about it. But I could see how easily it would be to use her good name to trick other people into handing over stuff they wouldn't normally give you. Obviously, she has a good presence online, the lady, and people trust her, right? So they're using the name and the character of somebody that's trusted on the internet to orchestrate these scams. Same thing happened with us. They used some of our videos, our faces, everything on a fake pallet liquidation website where they were scamming people to buy these pallets in the name that, you know, these trusted influencers have bought pallets from us in the past, you should buy one. And I'm sure tons of other scams have been orchestrated in my name, in Sammy's name, to get people to spend their hard-earned money on something that they're never going to receive. So the internet is the Wild West. Just be careful out there. I don't know what my life would have been today if I would have accepted him to access my Gmail. Maybe we would have literally lost everything. Scary, scary thoughts that I would have so much invested in the online space when it comes to finances and business, but that's just the way that the world works today, and that's the way that I've always worked. Is, you know, I kind of feel like I can trust people even though I don't know them, and that might be a bad thing, but like I've done so many brand deals with people I've never met in person that have worked out in my favor that it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I don't trust anyone at all. But at the same time, it's like you really can't trust people just off of an email. Because like the emails looked super official. It was like a whole elaborate setup. I'll just show you guys the first email on here. Like it had a whole bunch of stuff, and then really at the bottom it said like, best wishes, Charles David, guest coordinator, Truth with Tara. There's a phone number. Her website's on there. The one thing that he did though, right? He spelled business wrong in his actual email handle, which I thought was super weird. He spelled it business.charlesdavis@gmail. So, I mean, honestly, that gave him away right off the bat. But other than that, that was his one fatal mistake. And the fact that he used a fake picture when he should have just used a picture of his own face, literally, and then just connected to the call with his face on the call. I would have trusted him way more. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just call the number right now and see what happens, actually. I bet it's probably not a real number. Let's see.
Sorry, the number you've requested cannot be dialed.
Fake number too, so we almost lost it all. Thankfully, I don't know what to say. Yeah, really. It's just crazy. People work very, very hard to make money that scammers just take from them in an instant doing minimal work. And it's like, being a scammer now in this world, in this day and age in 2025, is like a full-blown career choice for some people. If they put that much time and effort into something that was actually legitimate, they would probably make almost just as much money. Watch out for the scams. We got a lot to do today, so I'm going to sign off, but keep pushing, everybody. Don't let them get you out there.
Could have been at the grocery store because Finn's napping, so we planned this pre-podcast for her nap time, which she's napping right now, but I would have been at the grocery store instead of this. Turner said, this was like a few days ago, he told me about a podcast, and he said, would you want to do this podcast? They want to pay us $3,000, which is a decent amount of money to just do a podcast. And I was like, what's the podcast about? And he was like, I don't know. It's a lady who, it's a voice coach lady who she does podcasts with people, like real people. And I wasn't into it from the get-go, but I am trying to push myself to do things, because I've been out of the game of even really being on YouTube because I'm focusing on Finn. So he asked about that, but $3,000, to sit on a podcast. I asked you what we were going to talk about, and you pretty much didn't really know. So that made me a little weary, but
if they would have said $500, I would have believed it even more, because from the very beginning, I was wondering why they would pay $3,000 when a podcast is supposed to be a collaboration.
Yeah, well, that's why when I asked you, I was like, how does she know us? Like, who is this lady? Why does she want us on there? So I should have just went with my gut, but I try to trust your opinion on certain matters like that. So Turner said 1:00 today we'll do a pre-podcast call, and I also asked for what, and you said it's somebody who works for her that is just gonna make sure like everything's good to go with our setup for the podcast.
So a tech guy, and boy was he ever a tech guy. The amount he knew about Facebook was staggering.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but I am not really like tech savvy when it comes to computers. I don't use Facebook. Like Facebook, my Instagram posts get automatically sent to Facebook. Either way, we were talking to this guy, and he was a little bit snippy. I thought that was weird, and I could tell that you were getting a little bit frustrated with that, and I, as Turner's wife, calmed him down. But I did think it was weird too.
It was a technique.
Yeah.
To rush along so that I'm not the kind of person that would work on.
No, me
But
either.
if you get somebody on their toes, then they're more willing to accept things quickly in that environment than they ever would be, say, if he was being very nice and polite.
Especially if this works on scams like this, because it was a scam. I found out. All I had to do was go on my phone and Google it. I
did Googled her name and scam.
I know, and that's weird because like up till just today, I have been asking you like what. I just still didn't understand. It didn't feel right in my gut. Like why why are we doing this podcast? I even thought about why am I doing this now. It usually stuff like this, scams like this, work on people who are desperate for
clout,
and which like. We're not, I'm not even, I don't know. I'm just exhausted, okay? Especially because Finn's sick right now. So this morning was wild. But I Googled it. I typed in to the search bar, I typed in Truth with Tara podcast scam. And it says, scam, fraud alert. We've been made aware that some individuals have received emails claiming to be from Tara Simon Studios, inviting them to join a podcast called Truth with Tara. These emails are fraudulent and are not from Tara or Tara Simon Studios. And honestly, you should have known better. We should have known better. But because people have tried to do this with our platform as well. And usually like our friends, our followers will, tell us on like different platforms, whether it's Instagram, if we get around to those, or Facebook for you, or just your straight up email. I have a little bit of anxiety from that just because it's just an inconvenience to my day, to be honest, because I wanted to go get a sick pack for Finn, like some soups and
you can still go.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out, but it's not a good feeling when you. Not that we weren't aware of stuff like this, because like I said, it's happened to us before. But when you become aware that like people are doing stuff like this, it's just like an icky feeling. It's just like, I'm too old and tired for this shit, straight up. So that's what happened. Nothing, really. But Someone
Are you
tried
gonna
to
go
scam
get some
us.
bone broth?
I'm gonna get some bone broth. Maybe get some chicken noodle soup if they have any, healthier alternative versions for Fifi. I did try and we had a can of the Amy's
I got 2 cans of
no
chicken soup. You
noodle
saw
soup,
it?
but she didn't like it. She didn't really like it.
No, the other ones.
Oh, you got some?
Yeah, you want to say?
Yeah, I do actually. So that's what happened, guys. It's nothing, but it's just it's an inconvenience out of a mama's day, and I asked him a few times whether it was a scam or not, and he wouldn't say no until I was persistently asking. Is this a scam?
If you think that's scam,
I'm
just
just asking you, is this a scam?
That's not a scam. Yeah, for your kind information, that's not a scam.
It's just, and he was probably
Not
not in
in
this
America.
country, huh?
0% chance.
That's just not right. And I feel bad for the people who do get scammed like that, because he was trying to get into Turner's email.
To get to my banking information.
Yeah,
It's literally all he wanted, yeah. Alright. I thought I would have more time. So I was going through the videos, right? I was editing the video, trying to put the scam together. And insanely so, I got a second email from an almost identical podcast scam that's being orchestrated in almost the exact same way as the first scam. And I've set up a Zoom call with them. So this time, I'm actually going to be on the Zoom call with the scammer, but me knowing that this is a scam. So let me just get on here and just launch this meeting. Hold on. And then I'll start recording the screen and everything.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, how's it going today? Can you hear me, gents? Hello.
Hello. Hey. How are you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
I can.
I'm quite well. Thank you so much for asking and connecting. Can you let me know whom you're representing, because that time was booked for you? Is that Jamie or Sammy? Hello.
What is the time booked?
Yeah.
What does it say on your side?
It's time 11 a.m.
No, I'm saying, who are you supposed to be talking to?
Sammy.
Sammy?
Yeah.
This is Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker. Okay, yeah, right. So I was waiting for Sammy, Jay, and Tucker, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Tucker. And is Sammy gonna join us too?
No, she's not.
Okay. So you've been in contact with Ashley Erickson, one of my colleagues, and I'm Danny Jason. She might be introduced you to me. And we're here to check all the latest beforehand. Let me pull up my calendar to recheck the details that we finalized. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let me pull up my calendar to recheck the details that Ashley has provided me. So, yeah, Jack, we are all set for 5th of March, Tuesday, which will be 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you. So, would the time and date still be working for you?
Yeah, I'm just curious, how does the whole podcast work?
How this podcast is for?
Yeah, how does it work?
Okay, can you elaborate about the question again?
Yeah, you
How
said
does that
that
work?
we would
That is a live Meta Live event. And Michaela,
It doesn't look like she does live events, though. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, I just lost you for a moment. There was a network issue. I just switched my network, so I'm here.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sorry.
It
I
doesn't.
was just telling you that Michaela would be hosting this live event from her Instagram. You're the one who's going to join as guest from your side for an hour long, okay?
Yeah, it doesn't look like she does live events, though.
on Instagram, whenever you do any kind of a live event, it disappears automatically, so you won't be able to see. But you can do one thing. We have already sent you the invitation for your Instagram that you can find out into your live dashboard, into your Meta Business Suite. So then you'll be able to see the upcoming invitation there.
Yeah, but she doesn't. She doesn't do live events, so I don't get it. I'm confused.
No, she does. But the thing I'm telling you, that the live events disappear when it ends, so you won't be able to find the live events of her on the Instagram, because that's a policy of Instagram. It gets disappear, right?
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Okay, it does. So about the money, how much money is there that she's gonna pay us, her team?
$3,500 as Ashley set up everything for you. So after the podcast, we are gonna provide you the budget fee that we have finalized and agreed upon. So the preferred payment method would be according to you, whatever you select, and we can do that. Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna pay us $3,500 to participate in an hour-long podcast, a 2-hour-long podcast.
1 hour long.
1 hour.
Yeah.
So why would you pay?
So have you ever been?
So why would you pay so much money for just 1 hour?
Just a token of appreciation for your appearance, because that's a sponsored live event. You'll be joining as a guest from your side, so that's a piece of token of the appreciation for you.
It's
for your time, because every month's time is very.
You don't think it's a lot of money for 1 hour of my time?
How much do you charge usually?
To do a podcast, I would not charge any money at all unless there was travel fees, because a podcast is supposed to be a collaboration between two creators. It's not supposed to be a paid thing.
Okay, so you want to do an in-person podcast?
Yeah, if I was to do a podcast with someone, it would be in person, yeah. That's how I do my podcast.
So don't you prefer live events because you can join remotely from your side?
No, I don't prefer live events.
Okay, so then I would say that you need to travel to us, and we can reschedule our live event, okay?
Okay, so I can do it over the computer. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just wondering what this call is for.
That's a pre-call to check all the logistics beforehand to ensure the smoother process.
Okay, so should we check them?
Yeah, sure. Go to your Instagram, see your notifications. If you find the invitation, just click on that and go.
I don't have any invitations on my Instagram though.
You don't have one, so maybe on the day of podcast you'll receive the invitation and you'll be joining Michaela, okay?
Okay, so the number one question that I need to ask you, can I ask?
Yeah. Oh, please.
How does the scam work?
What kind of scam are you talking about?
The scam that you're trying to do. I just don't get how it works. I know that this is a scam. I already know. I knew the whole time. I'm just wondering how it works.
It's not the scam, I'm sorry.
It's 100%, 1,000,000% a scam. He couldn't even tell me how it works after all that. So he closed out his window. I don't know why he got so flustered by a simple question, but I was literally curious and thought that there was a slim possibility that he would actually be like, oh, it works like this, and then we would know. Him getting access to my Instagram account, I'm not really sure how. The Facebook and the Gmail, so before he was trying to get into my Gmail account, This time it was being orchestrated through Instagram, but I'm just wondering, how would he get access to my banking information through Instagram? Or is he literally just targeting people so that he can take over my Instagram account and then try to like sell it back to me? I have no idea. I'm done wasting my time with this shit though. I just wanted to get another scammer with almost the identical scam online so that I could maybe get an answer from him, or at least confront him. So I don't really know. Scams are wild. I got so much to do though. I can't be worried about this much longer. But be careful out there. The internet's a wild place. We got a real nice sunset at the end of the day here. And actually, the far out guy just left this, I think, on the side of the house. I'm going to use it back here. But I wanted to end the video off. I found out more information. So after doing some research online, I think, and I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident that this is the general idea of the scam. The scammer will do exactly what they did to us by convincing somebody with a big following on Facebook, Instagram, or possibly other social media to allow them access to their page. And from there, they basically take over the entire page and hope that there's money being cashed out that can either be cashed out then and there or in the future, because then they become the sole owner of the page and they kick me off of it. Or they can take over the page, kick me off of it, kick Sammy off of it on Facebook, because we're administrators of the page, and actually we do work with another company on our Facebook page that uploads content for us, or with us I should say. But some of the videos that are edited and posted to Facebook, majority of them are not edited or posted by me. They basically take our YouTube videos, edit them into a Facebook format, and then post them. So a lot of people probably saw that we've been posting a lot of content on Facebook, old content, new content, stuff from like 5 years ago. The person would take that whole page over, and then they could front as us and use our good name to then message our viewers, people watching our channel, and try to scam them into sending money for a number of different things. So take over the page, also scam more people from controlling the page. So they do it to all kinds of different people that have YouTube accounts, Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts. I'm assuming it's a worthwhile scam that they make money off of, or they wouldn't be doing it. That's pretty much all I know about it. And just anybody who's using any of these platforms, just stay on your toes, because it's a wild world on the internet. Luckily we got out of that by the skin of our teeth. Lots more videos coming. I will see you all in the next one. I'm just gonna take this in for like a minute and then go inside and do some more work. Exciting day tomorrow though. We're actually going on a little trip for Sammy's birthday. So Sammy turns 34 years old in 2 days. Peace out, everyone.